18 Sergeant of Central. 19 Sergeant, check.
Flowing down here in the middle plains. You see the large number of units here on scene. Opening that door now, they're going to have that passenger get out of it. What they typically like to do.
You are watching Police Chase.
Cars have already been rammed, so wanted for assault with a deadly weapon on a police officer. We don't think any officers were injured, but we haven't got all the updates yet. But certainly right now things are dicey and very dangerous in this area.
Well, Scott, we watch him drive into oncoming traffic right there, and I think that first scene that we watched when you came on live is an example of why, many people will say, oh, why don't you just box him in? That action he took right there, having been boxed in, shows how dangerous this pursuit suspect is. I don't know that I've ever seen anybody blow through a fence, multiple cars, just that desperate to get away.
Yeah, and the suspect is lucky that the officers didn't have time to get out of their vehicles, because they would have opened fire on the suspect if they thought he was driving right into their patrol cars just to protect their own lives. They have to think about a lot of things when that comes into place or into play. And you see now, slowing for a moment, patrol car right behind him. If they do open fire, they have to think about what the background is, and they have to think about the safety to the public. But if in a cul-de-sac like what we saw, when he turned around and almost came right into the patrol car right there, if officers had the chance to get out of their vehicle, they may have opened fire on the suspect. Now we have another dicey situation, end of a cul-de-sac, may be able to get into that area right there, but the suspect opening the door, and it looks like he's out on foot. He realizes he has no chance of getting away, and he is down. So certainly this did not end without incident. We know that at least 2 patrol cars were hit by this suspect driving this vehicle. The suspect does know that officers may open fire on him if he does not comply. When you're wanted for trying to kill a police officer, they're going to take things extremely seriously. But it looks like it's over without anyone being hurt. Now, we don't know about the police officers. Usually, if an officer is injured, we get some information. There may have been a minor injury, so we don't know too much about that. But the suspect is out of the vehicle, and now LAPD officers are moving in to take him into custody. They probably like to clear that vehicle first. Even though one door is open and probably no one else is inside, they believe that suspect could be armed, or someone inside the vehicle could be armed, and that's why they don't approach any quicker than this. The car's windows are blacked out, the truck I should say, and that sort of amplifies the situation for them. But at least the suspect is not driving around through this neighborhood endangering people. He's down on the sidewalk, and more than likely he'll be in custody here in a moment.
That is a good end to all of this. It's good that it ended relatively quickly. This started about, 10 minutes to 11, that when we first got wind of it, and now, so about a half hour. But he certainly made the roads of Los Angeles extremely dangerous when he was, fleeing from authorities. But again, as you mentioned, he is cooperating. He is, I believe, shirtless. He did seem, when he came out of the car, to be agitated or a little too energetic. I don't know if you noticed that, Phil. He might be under the influence of something. Who knows?
Well,
Yes, it's certainly possible, Giovanna. It certainly did look like he didn't have his senses around him completely, didn't know what to do. Who knows exactly what had caused him to do that, but fortunately just went straight down. They've cleared the vehicle. The suspect is in custody, but boy, this individual really wanted to get away, was desperate, slamming 2 patrol cars, went into a construction site. We heard it over the scanner. We didn't see it, but slammed through a fence into a construction site trying to get away from officers. It ended here on Ince Boulevard. I think this is the Palms area, if I'm not mistaken, and no one in the public was hurt. We know that 2 patrol cars were rammed. We don't have more information yet on that, but we don't think the officers were injured too badly. We think just minor injuries right now, but we really haven't got an update on that, so that's kind of speculation.
well, thank you, Scott. We see the suspect getting in the car. We also have a big crash scene where he took out people's cars that were parked in their own driveway. We're going to come right back here in just a moment. Stay with us here on Eyewitness News at 11.
that cul-de-sac was, and he slammed through whatever it was that was on the sidewalk there, a fence, I guess. Who else got this? Who else was with us?